Hey guys, M12 Warthog Gaming. Okay, I'm back with another installment of Strategy Guide, and today we are going to be playing a colonial America, I think. We are doing one where there is a scenario of 8 nations in total, yeah. 4 on each side, and this is the time period where other nations that have been long living try to use their age of imperialism and take over many colonies as possible, mainly in the Americas, which were newly discovered and all this stuff. And they say it's going to be pretty hard to win, as the Native Americans is what they said for the description of this. But what I see here is something much better, is that you have all this room to expand up here, but you could lose it easily because you don't have a whole lot of population. And I would imagine that throughout the game, using using the ability to hold a nationwide fertility festival would probably become very useful. Up here in the Arctic areas, there's probably going to be lower populations than compared to down here. Plus, if you start over here, you don't have a whole lot of territory. But I guess, if you think about it, water in this pretty much age that this took place usually acted as a natural barrier, because one nation, let's say in the Americas, could talk crap about another nation over here, and before they could even back up anything that they said that they would do if they said something bad about them, it would take them 3 to 4 months, maybe even longer, to reach this area and so forth. So, what we're going to do is try and pick a nation to start out with. You know, I would pick Spain, but it's like you have some room to expand, but not a whole lot compared to what's over here. Morocco, I guess you pretty much guarantee these bottom 5 here unless Spain goes directly for a naval fleet down here. Maybe you could get this island. I guess it would be a tie between Spain who goes first for that. Well, although it would be easier to get more land early on. Some of these islands here, I guess, would be stepping stones. Definitely Greenland, if you're England, is definitely going to be a stepping stone, which allows you to much more easily get over to the Americas. So right now I'm liking this one, plus they have room to expand up here. Meanwhile, France is probably going to get these down here. Spain's going to go here, get pretty much all of what would be modern-day Spain there. Aztecs, pretty much from here down, I guess, they could get stuff. I guess they could probably get some of these islands here. Maybe expand up here to where Mexico and Texas would be, or modern-day Mexico and Texas. And these ones pretty much going to fight each other. But I want to play as one of these. They say it was going to be hard to play as a Native American nation, but if you think about it, it looks like they have the greatest room to expand. I mean, you'll have more money because you're getting more money off of taxes, and you'll have like more money because you have more territory and more people to govern taxes. But in each individual territory, you'll only have a few troops that you could buy from a given territory, unlike over here, which are highly populated. So now I'm in the conundrum of, do I go with this nation here? The Sulux? I'm not even sure how you pronounce some of these. If you are Native American and you are descendants of these people, I'm so sorry. I do not know how to pronounce them properly. I wouldn't expect you to pronounce anything that we say properly either, because you're not from the same background as us anyway, so I guess I'd either go with England or this one. Okay, so as I've done my analysis of this, there are 2 pretty good candidates, but I think I'm going to have to go with England on this one. Such a small selection, but I'm going to join in as this. Of course, what I'm going to do early on, though, is try and get as much territory as I can. So, we're going to start. And what I think I'm going to do here is get 30 troops, I'm going to send 30 troops in that way. And I'm going to go here with, say, 20 troops there. Now, what I'm planning on doing is sending my troops to here, here, and here, 10 each, and then buying more reinforcements from these islands if I need to, as well as possibly securing some land down here. Now, of course, these nations down here are going to be my biggest enemy, these three. The reason being is that they are right next to, and they are surrounded by big cities with lots of population. They could buy several hundred troops if they wanted to. Like right here, I don't have enough action points for it, but if I could have enough action points, I could buy 100 troops if I want to. The only limiting factor would be my action points right now, or command points, but whatever you want to call them. But right now, I could do that, and so can my enemies. They only have 15 there, which means that they sent troops somewhere. Oh, and they sent some on the island. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to send 10 there. I'm going to send 10 here. Then what I'm going to do is send 20 there. I'm going to rearm this with... I don't even have enough action points. Okay, so... I think expanding from here on out is probably the best option. So I guess they made a naval force, send it there, and then they sent it back. Because the amount of troops here got smaller, and then amount of troops here got bigger. I don't know. Here's another big city that we should probably go after. So this looks good here. Now what I'm going to do is buy... I'm going to buy 60 troops. And I'm going to send this here. I also like to note that I don't worry about this early on, but all the Native American tribes are automatically at war with you from the beginning. Sort of like in the Attack of the Barbarians or the Barbarian Invasion scenario on the default map for this game. When you play that, Huns, they start out at war with you. When you play Nations Fully Expanded, you could easily attack their leader and get them and get a thing early on. Here, they're really just bunched up together, but they're sort of competing against each other here for the sake of getting more territory, although they're going to be low population. But still, I think that they still have the advantage that they can expand and get more territory. This one already has 3. All of these have 3 territories at least, although because I have a naval force. And actually at this time, British were known for their amazing naval force and how they used it back then. Even before that, during the Napoleonic Wars. But here, you can see they have 1 territory, they have 2. This one has 3. So I guess it really depends. I mean, they could have easily, should have been able to have more than that. Because they could send, instead of sending multiple troops out onto the water like I have to do, they could have sent 10 here, 10 here, and 10 here. Turn 1, they'd easily get 3 more territory. And then they could do it for the remaining 3. I don't know why they have 2 now, but there are certain things that you can do and certain things that you shouldn't do, but wow. Okay. So now I'm going to move 10 there. Now what I'm going to do is get 10 more to go here. Now what I'm going to do is sort of go down here and prepare this force to land here and claim this. Now, on the other hand, I want to get territory up in Greenland, like I said. That's going to be a stepping stone for me over into North America, as I can easily go and move my troops from here to here. Because when I make a force of troops here, they can easily reach the coastline here in the next turn. If I make a force here, I have to put it out into the water here, but then maybe next turn I won't be able to get to there. Because I think you can only move 3 tiles a turn. So in close, it would be here. And then you'd have to wait a turn right on their doorstep and then attack them. And of course, they would know. Which allows me to make it easier if I want to raid here. And from the looks of it, some of these nations, the biggest room to expand is not necessarily down, because this nation here is expanding up to claim this territory, knowing that it'd be hard for them because they would have to spend money to make a naval force and go down here. Which means that some of these, if their best option, is to probably expand up to here, although you're getting more territories, but not a whole lot of population that are in each individual territory. So, with that said, that's my whole theory as to why I think going through Greenland will be a great option for us. Okay. By the way, I'm not sure what I set the AI difficulty to, but I know this isn't multiplayer, because me going on the giant spiel would hold up the game. Okay, so I got this. Having this right here is sort of good in the way that we can sort of keep eyes on what our enemy is doing. I like this also for another reason, is that if Spain were to come up here, we'd know how much forces that they have started with. And this, like I said, Spain could have had 6 territories by the end of turn 2. It is now turn 6. I do not know what they're doing. And I have like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that will be 11. Oh yeah, and this one here. I don't know if I counted this one. Anyway, I think now it's time to eliminate the competition. Now, during this time period, it was known that the French and the British probably did not get along that well. But we start out with a good relation with them. So canceling that now would be a bad idea. For some. But seeing as they only have 68 people in their capital, or as I refer to it as the place where, capital, which I refer to it as, or some of you may know as the place where your leader starts. It's really not that important in certain game modes, but in Domination it's very important, and even more important because of the fact that you end up getting more. You end up losing all of your territory because of this. But I think right now, I'm just gonna cancel my relation. A minor reduction in that. Okay. Now, what I said before, fertility festivals are gonna be needed, but not until we get to the Americas, where we need to increase the populations of low-populated territories. So right now, I'm not gonna need this, plus I don't even have enough money for it. No, wait. Wait, what is this? I can't party. Minus gold cost. Oh, it costs 5 action points. That's what's preventing me from doing it. You see, this one's big city, this one, this one, this one, this one. I think that one I can't see. But yeah. So if I go and look at this, and I view our diplomacy, they're at a peace treaty with Spain and Morocco. And we are at a one-turn ceasefire. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I think I'm going to not necessarily go directly for anything over here yet, so much as I have to focus on Greenland first, and then get a foothold up here into northern Canada, and like Nunavut and all that stuff up here. Okay, but what I think I'm going to do now is probably go from there, or secure these islands in the Caribbean, and then attack from here, because I can attack multiple different territories. One of the two, but I think I'm going good with this attack plan from up here at the beginning. Of course, as you guys know, next turn I'm going there and I'm going to attack them. And it's going to be a bit of a surprise. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wreck their day. 36 happiness. Wow. I guess they sort of make it so that you don't want to attack them early on. And I guess that's sort of what's happening here. I guess happiness in the end is the ultimate deterrent from what's going to happen. Although, I could check and see how much it would cost to distribute money. And seeing as I can afford that, I'm going to go here and attack them. Now, what I'm going to do is I don't even have enough action points for that crap. Well, we'll see what happens. Our happiness went up, though, because we won a war or something. So what I'm going to do is put 40 here. Land borders I'm going to put more on. Not so much on borders on coastlines, but I still treat them as borders. The reason for this is that those borders are going to end up having less attacks, as it costs a lot of money to launch naval forces at you. And trust me, people are going to spend lots of pennies just trying to get as many forces and squeeze as many forces as they can out of their small populated cities to try and attack us. Okay. So now at this point, I'm going to wait another turn because we have a low amount of command or action points because of our low amounts of size in an empire. Now what I'm going to do is distribute money first and increase our happiness. Now, I could do this, and that's going to make me lose some happiness as well. But I think I'm doing pretty good. I know I'm in first place, which is awesome. So what I'm going to do now is send everything but 10. Oh, I need a disembarkment fee. That's the one thing I keep forgetting. So at this point, our making our way through making our way up through Greenland into northern Canada is probably the best way to go for our expansion of our empire right now, or nation, or kingdom, or whatever you want to call it. Okay. So let's see, where do I want to go? I think I'm going to get multiple territories instead of putting it all in one. At the moment, these territories are not going to be borders to anyone, but when they do become borders, then I'll arm it. But for now, I'm not going to do it if it's not necessary. So I think this one will become a border very soon because it's about a territory difference in between us and this territory here. So let me see. Now I'm going to move this here, claim this. I think at this point I'm going to heavily rely on getting troops from other places on my side and just sending them over. Like, that's the main supply of troops I'm probably going to get. Because if I were to, in order to get cities this big, I'd have to do 7 or 8, like, fertility festivals. And that's just going to be a nightmare to spend all that money. I wouldn't be able to afford a decent-sized force to even get over there to begin with. Okay. So right now I'm going to move here. Now I'm going to move my forces down here. And I'm going to buy as many troops as I can from here. Not a whole lot. And go down here. And then I'm going to take more forces from here, about 10, because we don't have a whole lot. And right now, I'm just expanding. From here, I think I can go to there. I'm not sure if I have to do that through water or not. I'll know next turn. Okay, so this one I'm going to move here. Now, I'm pretty much fine on the expansion. The only problem, though, that I'm going to incur, I believe, is if I go and attack too many territories at once, so then I won't be able to protect all of them, and it's going to have to be slow-paced, because I will not be able to attack as many territories if I'm getting attacked myself with a low number of troops defending my borders. I'll accept your alliance for now. But this is a domination game. One thing you need to know about domination victory is that you have to conquer all of your enemies or get them to side with you when you post a ballot for recognition. So eventually you will have some sort of conflict with your allies in the end. And they'll just agree that you're the winner and not bother to fight you. Either way, there will be conflict of some sort. So I don't really look upon it that much as I would in, say, a default victory of supremacy, I would say. Okay, so now I'm going to move 100 here. But what I like about this is that I'm going to spread like 20 at a time. Now, you see, I border them on 2 territories, and they border me on 2 territories. So I could attack this territory here and this territory here and increase our number of territories and make our enemy lose territories, but still not increase our number of bordering territories. Which is what I like, because that means we have to divide our troops up less between multiple territories. So what I'm going to do now is get this here. Now I could attack this and get all this, but I would have to defend 1, 2, 3, 4. Get these 4 here. Maybe not quite doable just yet. Let me think. I'm gonna send 40 that way. I'm gonna send 20 there. And I think we're good on that front. I'm gonna move this 10 here. Another thing I'm probably gonna do is move up to here to prevent them from getting into this Gulf or Bay area here, so I can fully have that in my control and not really worry about much troops or enemy naval forces coming in here. Because when you're right here, you could literally attack any one of these territories or coastlines here. And that becomes a game where the enemy is trying to make you guess, and guess wrong. And if you guess wrong onto which territory to arm, then you're screwed. If you can arm all of them, then you're fine and you have nothing to worry about. Okay. So now I'm going to put about 70 there. And the enemy should probably move their leader away from us, and they do. Okay. I like this much better now. My odds of everything. Moving 20 there. I'm going to move 20 here. Actually, no, I'm going to move 10 there. I'm going to move 10 here. Okay, so at this point, I think what I'm going to do... What do I want to do? It's kind of hard to move to here, because then I leave this border open if they attack here. So I guess I'm going to have to do that and just spend all my money on arming that border next turn then. Because this is immediate border, this is open, but it's not open directly for an attack. Because they can't move here, then attack here, all in the same turn. Okay, and they did move there. So now I have to put all of my forces here. And I'm going to launch a raid into this territory here. Now what I think I'm going to do is try and capture this territory, and this territory, which means that they cannot get all this territory here, and I can expand into there when I can spare the forces to, while mainly focusing on a border that's pretty much going along a line that's curved right above here. Okay, so at this point, as I predicted, someone was going to expand into here. I don't know why these guys had the best opportunity to, because they were closest to expand into the Caribbean islands, all that stuff. They didn't. No one did there. Okay. Most of North Africa, that's owned by Morocco, like I said. Okay. Things are getting interesting. Okay, let's move that there and get a few more territories. Move that there. I think we're good on this for now. Okay. Now I'm at the status of Grand Ruler. And you want to know what? I think that is a great time to end this video here. Hope you liked this part 1 of this strategy guide for this scenario on Age of Conquest 4. If you guys enjoyed watching, don't forget to take the time to leave any comments, questions, or feedback for me in the comment section down below. It'd be highly appreciated, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye!